Welcome to another with the Nokia Lumia 830 smartphone, which is a quite beautiful device with a 5-inch HD screen. So it's not full HD like the Lumia Icon or the Lumia 930 that we have seen since January here actually by Nokia. But it's of course cheaper with only $330 without taxes or other fees. So it's really quite beautiful device, as you can see just by going up and down. The speed is also quite good, even though we have only a Snapdragon 400 processor inside at 1.2 GHz quad core. So we have the latest Android I said, Windows Phone 8.1 installed, which means that we have some extra features that we can set up here up on top. You see how much percentage we have in battery left here, what time it is, and some notifications. Of course, otherwise the features are still the same. You can go to the right to go all your apps, to see all your apps, or go to the left. But let's go a little bit around the hardware before we go a little bit deeper into the software here in this short first review. So you can see we have a metal casing still, a micro USB port on the top, headphone port on the top, or headset. Then we have on this side a volume rocker, on and off switch, and dedicated camera button. On the back you will find a 10 megapixel camera with flashlight, its size, so it's again really good. You have refocus and everything software-wise, and also another microphone. You can take off the back cover actually of this phone, so you can change your colors if you want that. And there's also wireless charging integrated, as you can see here, which is Qi wireless charging like you have seen with premium smartphones before. Then we have here a SIM card, a micro SD card, and a 2200 milliampere battery inside. And you can see again the big beautiful camera, which is sticking out a little bit, but we have of course some Gorilla Glass or something like that, which is scratch proof right above it, so there's really almost no possibility to it getting scratched. I have also the Lumia 930 here, so we can show you guys a little bit how similar it looks like in terms of size. But of course the camera is still a little bit better in this one because it's thicker, has a little bit more space and more lenses. But you can see that this one doesn't have interchangeable back cover, but it's still wireless, of course, also integrated. It's a little bit thicker. The 930, the 830 is slim, but has almost the same size. I put them right on top of each other. You can see that here it's like half a millimeter higher, the 830, which is of course not that important if you will see the everyday use. What's more important is of course that this has a full HD screen, and here we have only an HD screen where you can on the first look not right away see the difference. But when I turn it to the side or just move it around a little bit, you see the difference in color that here happens and here not really. When we just turn it around, so the display is not as good of course as on the flagship product, but this is also flagship in terms of what Nokia told us, and because it's really still a metal case, really good camera on the front and back, and the software is also quite fast with the Snapdragon 400 and 1 GB of RAM. So as I said, we have the latest 8.1 installed, which means that, for example, we have folders like music and video. We have some music and video apps and, for example, Photoshop Express that you can use on this one. So you can fix our photos, get creative and share and so on and so on. So you can take a new photo or just check out the pictures that were already taken. Like I can just crop, check out the red eyes, change a little bit the looks. So it takes a little bit because the Snapdragon 400 is of course not as fast as, for example, the 830, but this process gives you like an Instagram-like feeling here with the Photoshop Express. But there's a lot more apps that you maybe wouldn't have known that is already also available on the Windows Phone, like for example Wine, Instagram, Facebook. There's also WhatsApp, BlackBerry Messenger, Skype, and so on and so on. You can see some of them here pre-installed. And there's also, for example, a new Nokia Lumia selfie app, which is quite cool. The Lumia selfie helps you to shoot really beautiful selfies, and you have also timer built in if you want that. You can turn it on right up there. So you can say 5 seconds, okay, and then you have a timer built in. You can do it with flash, without flash. I don't know what the flash should mean because we don't have a front flash. And you can also see on the bottom there we have some new accessories here, and that enables you to wireless charge it with some light in the background, which is quite cool. So this is the self timer on or off, auto selfie off, auto selfie on. And I haven't even told you guys, the microphone is right here on the bottom below the Windows Phone button here. So if you take a phone call, that's it where the microphone would be. And if you were already in the camera, let's actually check out the back camera also. We can't forget that. So if I hit the camera button, as you see, I don't have to look for the camera app, and you can see here that the camera is really quite great in quality and in wide angle. Here's a person standing right in front of me, and he's completely fully in the picture if I want that, only a meter away. And there's also here some extra features that you're already seeing on premium smartphones by Nokia, where you can adjust the white balance, ISO, and so on and so on. You can also go to smart sequence and shoot, hold your phone ready and steady, and if somebody's going through the picture really fast, then you can take multiple shots of that person, which is quite cool. And there's also here different lenses that you can try and download also, like the Lumia stuff I already showed you, refocus, and you can also directly access Wine, and as I said, download even more. That's not it, there's a full complete for free office inside still the Windows phones, so you can open up an office document and start editing it. Copy it, say edit, and there we have the keyboard where you can just start to type, or you can also actually swipe through. If I switch to German, I think we have swipe, you can see it right here, quite beautiful. And I could just say, okay, let's say hello. Didn't work quite good right now, but let's just try it again, because it's actually hello with an A. And you can even use a little smiley there. So that's quite cool. With swiping, you can also get smileys. Let's go out here. No need to continue that. There's of course still free maps installed, offline maps for the whole world. You can just download any map you want before you go on travel, and then you have your travel destination on map. You don't need to get 3G or anything like that. You can just ask the phone where I am by pressing here. So we are right there. And then I could just ask for how I should go somewhere else, so just check out what's close to me, like for example the next subway is right here, would be quite easy to get to there. So you can see really how fast the phone is, even though it doesn't have the fastest processor inside that's on the market, just the Snapdragon 400, which is still a quad-core 1.2 GHz processor, and there's enough RAM inside to make it fast. Cortana is still a beta, it doesn't work in Germany, so if I open it up, you can see it doesn't support my language, which is not true, it doesn't support my location right now. But there's so many other apps that you can use now with Windows Phone that I can't really show you all. But this was a really short first review, you could say, of the Nokia Lumia 830, which I will also compare it a little bit with the 930. I already showed you guys, it's a little bit bigger, but price-wise half the price, and I can recommend it to everybody because it has everything built in, from microSD to LTE, wireless charging, good cameras, and so on and so on. So thank you for tuning in. This was the Nokia Lumia 830 in a short hands-on review. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, please tune in again.